Hi 1174, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I'm doing good, hope you are. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, 1174. I didn't sleep last night. Yeah, I had a bit of a tummy upset. The hot weather do that to me. Yeah, I can't wait for seasons to come to console. That worked really well on FS19. Killer Weasel, Fast Farmer, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a good day, mate. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I'm doing well, thanks, Killer Weasel. The weather's a bit cooler here today. I don't think I'll get through there with that. Oh, I done that, that's surprising. I know I was going to get on with this. It should pull it. Philip, how you doing, mate? Good to see ya. What? Put some lime on it. I've got wheel weights on this now, so I'm hoping that should get along better with it. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks, Philip. Oh, it's not too bad. I put rear wheel weights on it, so That make it a lot better. I just plowed it because it needed ploughing. But I don't really want to seed on top of these ridges. Right, so struggle up this hill. I've done better than I expected anyway. I've been playing that new map what came out yesterday, feel like that's got a good map. That Petervill. That's a nice little map, that is. I'm thinking about making some of the fields into one. So I only missed a little bit there. I think that'll be alright. I've got to be careful of these trees. We'll cut them down really. Hi Jason, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, we ain't really had much new, Jason, except for a new map on Mod Hub for console yesterday. I think we got a man truck and a little Great Plains, the 18 metre one we got in game. We got a 12 metre. I'm gonna put yeah, we're getting a lot of log and stuff. That's what I want. Lime station, that's what we need. There you go, that bell right there. It'll take quite a while to fill up this deal for that lime tank. Yeah, that's true. If you've got the pigs, you can get the slurry. Or you can put slurry pits down now, can't you, as well? Yeah, it's a good idea to use pits, Jason. Good evening, how you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. Thanks for popping by, mate. That's right, we're struggling a bit. Where's hard work? Or is he getting on alright? Oh, he's doing alright. I keep getting bits of field still sticking up round the headlands on the edge, outside edge. On some of the fields. I don't know if you get that problem. Anybody? I said this one needed linemen, so I thought we'd better do it. Okay, and now, Jason, good to see you. Take care, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your meal, buddy. Yeah, exactly, Gav. Yeah, there's bits of crop in that round on that's on the cotton field. I took the cotton off, but you know, that stuff, stalky stuff that leave behind. There's bits round the headland. I think the only way I'll get rid of it is if I put create fields on. And I don't really want to do that really, because the borders of the field are sort of fairly close already. I like it when you have a wider board around the edge, really. Hi Anthony, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, mate. Yeah, I'll let him do it. He'll do a better job than I will. I might just have to fill a bit in there. Where's that? Yeah, good to see you, mate. Yeah, I can't do a party chat only because I'm in, I'm streaming. Good to see you, mate. Marcy, how you doing? Good to see ya. Yep, family's all great, thanks there. Marcy. Yeah, good to see you, Tony. I'm looking forward to seasons come to console. And I'm looking forward to who's going to win the mod contest at the weekend. And what announcements they're going to be making. Mr. CDP is going, which I'm pleased about, because he plays on console. And he was meant to have left today from Heathrow Airport, but he couldn't go today because they were going to do a strike, 1-day strike. So I don't know if him and his daughter has gone, or him and his wife, and Giants sorted it all out for him, so he left yesterday. He was going to go yesterday from a different different airport. So, but then I heard on the early morning news that the strike didn't go ahead in the end. So that's him and his daughter. Is that? Oh, awesome! I'd like to see Daggerwan go, really, but I think Daggerwan don't like being in the limelight too much, which is fair enough. Some people do like to keep themselves to themselves, don't they? No, perhaps that's what it is. That's a shame, really, because he's the one what really... He really sort of got the bull by the horns, and... Was it in 15 he started up? I think so, wasn't it? Started doing YouTube videos and that. See, he started really when no one was sort of thinking about it too much. So he got like a head start of everybody else. Mind you, I do like his role plays and stuff. He put a lot of work into it. Well, I think I nearly finished the cultivating. He'll be catching me up if I ain't careful. No, we've done it all. Oh, that's good. That's alright, he's doing it a treat. Lovely job. I thought once round the headland might not be enough for him to turn, but I'll have to go and get some more, no doubt, from the farm. I'll get be a bit unrealistic here. Yeah, I want to do an experiment on this field because I got 5 cotton bales off here just to try it. I just bought this field and that was completely grown, so you couldn't put no fertiliser or nothing on it. Weren't fertilised at all. So I'm looking forward to seeing if it'll make a big difference, whether I get an extra bale or something. So this field I'm sort of using as a trial one, this one. See, that's the issue I've got, Gav, you see there, look, I'm going right over it. Round this edge. I expect you could do it with the landscaping if you made it small enough. If you shrunk it down and you went round the edge. Yeah, letting farm, that's good, Marcy, that is. Yeah, I liked all them ones like when he had the combine fire, and that brought back memories of my old combine flying fire. And I like it when he went go round the house and that and talk to him about the firewood and stuff. Peter, whatever his name is, and the bloke at the pub. The field definitions are slightly out. Should have been spotted in testing. Oh, I see what you're saying. He'll sort it out in the update, won't he, hopefully? Hopefully we'll sort it in the update, I don't know. I might ping him a message over on Facebook, just tell him that the edges of the fields, you get some places you get the crop still standing, whatever you try and do to it. He might already know about it, I reckon, probably. Duck, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. I'm doing well, hope you're keeping well, mate. I ain't been over on Twitch lately. Yep, I'm good, thanks, Duck. Yeah, that's a good idea, Gav. Go around them and just see. Yeah, that'd be good when you put field contracts on. Because I really want to do a thing me a start from scratch, but I was going to use this map, but there's another patch here, you see. You went streamed in 2 weeks, Duck Kenny. But I think I'll do it on Nathan's map, I think. That's what I'm gonna do. Or that new one. That new one what I done a live stream on last night. What's on the mod hub yesterday on console. That begin with O, but I can't pronounce that one. That's something batch. Oh, do it. Oh, that's cool then. So what do I do then? Do I do start from scratch and Gav, or do I somehow do it so I get rid of all my money? Yeah, I think I'd do the lorries. I'd do the trucking. Duck, if I had a PC, I think I'd play it just as much as farm sim, because I like it when they do the convoys and stuff. I do like the look of that. I do. We got what's that called? we've got a Southern Trucker one coming out for console. But the thing is with that, that's just going to be one map. You're going to be on the same map all the while. But they're saying they might bring other maps out and they might eventually get it so you can do multiplayer on it. On console. Yeah, exactly. I can't get rid of the money. Yeah, I could get the money down. I could get the money down. I thought, well, I could get the money down. I could buy a lot of expensive machinery, like beet harvesters and stuff, then sell it back. Because when you sell stuff back, you always get a loss on it from what you paid for it. Because me and Charlie were talking about it last night, I think. And we're saying if we keep selling stuff back, we'll get so we ain't got no money. Or hardly any money anyway, we'll get the money down. Or I'll tell you another way we could get rid of the money is to, on Meadow Grove, you could do some fertilising or something contracts. Oh, they're all still there. Oh, that's good then. Because what I could do is when you do seeding or whatever, just have it so hired worker get the seed. I think that's how you do it and your money go down fast, what I remember of it. Because me and Charlie always alter the settings so we get the seed. So the money go down steady, but you can do it in that other mode where they eat your money away. Especially if you've got 2 or 3 hired workers. I'll figure it out somehow how to get the money right down. Because I'd like to do start from scratch, but I wouldn't mind that map what came out yesterday. I'm enjoying playing that one. That is a bit like Meadow Grove and Petervill in a way. That's got nice backdrop, nice mountains and stuff. I quite like it because some of the fields you can actually join together. I don't know whether I will or not, because I think that might spoil it. But I'm loving that little harvester. What are they called? I always call them Russell Mash. I know what the proper name of them is. I ain't really never had nothing to do with that small one. That's an awesome little combine. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I look forward to seeing that then. Yeah, when them base maps come out, I didn't mind, don't get me wrong, I played Ravensport, but I like Foulsburn better. Because them fields what you get at the beginning, I made them into one. I went right round the edge near the road and that. I made a couple of them together in quite a biggish field. I got rid of Ravensport, but I still got Foulsburn because Well, that's how come I got my Platinum Award. I done that through Felsborough. Because every time I went on there, I done about 10 contracts. I bought that big sprayer. I forget how many miles an hour it go. That was a bit overkill. I bought that, and then I bought my own chemical. I didn't use any of their stuff. And like I say, every time I went on the map, I done 5, 10 missions. Got me 50 missions award, and then I got me 100. And done all my animal ones and that. Yeah, I completed it a couple of months ago, 3 months ago. So I'm on 100% now, and I've done the same thing on 15. I never did complete 15 properly, but I have now. I'd completed about 87% of that. You haven't got to put any lime on that other one. Yeah, that's another nice thing about PC, you can alter the maps and stuff. But I know that a lot of people reckon the game is dying because console players and PC players have a difference of opinions and everybody's falling out. I just think that's ridiculous. That's really ridiculous, that really is. We all play the same game, so why can't it just be the community is just split up? Yeah, exactly. That's toxic on there. I agree. Everybody just keeps slagging each other off and slating each other off, and then, because you get bad feeling in the community. Hi Danny, how you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. I just don't mind the mods we get. On console, we're lucky we get any. And, I don't think that's a lot of people have been telling me it ain't really much to do with Giants. That's to do with Microsoft and Sony. Why we don't get a lot of the stuff. But I think we do well. I think we do really well. I do. It's just a shame we couldn't have like the Stewart trailers. Pity we couldn't have Bailey trailers. Is it CD Modern? He's called. Pity we couldn't have had his mails and stuff like we did, and trailers in 17. I suppose it's because they altered the engine a bit for 19. That's it, unlicensed brands on the console now, or any script mods in the base game. Yeah, it's a shame. That's another reason why I like going over to 17, to be honest. Because I got me Bailey trailers. I like the big M-Mower better as well in 15. I like the 500 better than the 451, but we got in 19. That seemed more stable, the one what was in 17. Yeah, thanks for that, Danny. I appreciate that message earlier. I see at custom modding they want to bring another John Deere 7, is it the 7R? The American version to the game. They said that'll be coming to console. I was looking on their Facebook tonight, they said it's going to come to console. Someone said, well, that... Because they said the reason why that John Deere on them like dual tracks couldn't come was because that's got so much detail on it. You could see all the bolts and that in the engine compartment and all the different bits and pieces on it. They reckon that was well too detailed to come to console. But apparently they didn't have all the making of doing that, I don't think. Someone else played a part in it as well. That's it, that's it. Oh god, at the poly count. Yeah, someone else helped them with that, I think, or didn't have the time to finish it or something, and they took it on. Helped them, helped each other with it. Well, I could make it of it. Yeah, too high poly count, that's right. I like these case ones, I do. Me and Charlie had a look in one, went for a ride in one, the guy on the old man on the grain cart. the other evening. He used to work on a farm with me. Nice, he is, nice fella, he is. He's one of them sort, he'll go out of his way to help anybody. Because I used to do the seeding. And the part-time, and he come in, he worked there full-time, he went there just for one season. Because the old farmer is a bit of a funny bugger. He get through no end of workers, so... he don't treat them very good. Because you're not like this time of year, they want you to live there. But we went in one, they got a couple of them. They got one with narrow tyres, what they put on the 5-furrow plough. And they got one on wider tyres, what they put on the 3-metre box drill. Barderstad. And yeah, we went in one. He had one on the lovely Richard Weston 14 ton, I think it was, grain trailer. That is Danny. Yeah, 15 ton I think the trailer was, and they're nice. That was a Puma. That was 150 horsepower. He's got 250 horsepower ones. Well, nice inside. I tell you what, they're better than a Fendt, really. Because we always used to moan about the Fendt. They don't give you a nice, like, little passenger seat in them. That's no hard plastic thing in the Fendt. But even in the case, that just got the backrest just flip up. But when I worked there with my father, because my father worked there for 10 years, because he got made redundant of a couple of jobs. Because the farmers that died, and one bloke died, nice bloke farmer he was, and his wife didn't want to take it on. She just wanted to contract it out, so everybody got made redundant. So then he went to work at this farm what's local to me. He worked there for 10 years till he retired. And hi Tiny, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're all keeping well. And his mate who worked on the farm with him, he retired because he's a lot younger than me dad. So I stepped in and went and helped out for 3 seasons part-time, doing the combine and the seeding with the box drill. And he changed, that was in 2007, he changed the tractors. He had 135 CVXs. They were brilliant tractors. Cab was a little bit small on them, but I was asking my mate the other night, he said you can still use them on the foot pedal as well, like the old Fendt. You can adjust the speed and everything. But like I say, the old man, he's a good old boy in the grain trail the other night. He, when I worked on the other farm, I had a Fendt, I think I had a Fendt 930. But when they worked on the big cultivation equipment, I had to put it on an 820 Fendt, which struggled a bit, to be honest with it, at times. Especially on hilly fields. But he's ever so nice, though. He'd go and get the grain for me, the bags of seed and that. He'd be rolling he'd be rolling where I'd already seeded in a neighbouring field, and he'd go and get the manna too and bring 2 bags of seed up to me, lift them up and above the drill, so I'd just get up and, you know, cut the bags open. Yeah, I got on really well with him. Well, I still do. He's a nice bloke, he is. I think he's about 78 now, something like that. He only do it part-time. But like you say, it takes some doing it part-time when you're there till 11:45 every night. The guy on the combine said he'd done 2 nights till 11:45. And then you've got to be in the next day about 7:30, 7:45. 7:45 I think you start in the morning. But my dad reckoned farming into the fun no more. Because my dad, he was, what was he, 73 yesterday. And he said when he worked on a farm, you got field work most of the year round. Because you used to have a lot of spring crops in his day when he done it, and had sugar beet and that in the winter, and like you say, you didn't have the big machines what you got nowadays. Things took longer, and like he say, he don't need satellite to plough and drill and that. He's got a straight eye. He's brilliant. I don't know how he do it really, but because on the farm where I was driving this big Fendt, we had Topcon GPS on it, and I said we're lightly cultivating the fields to get the grass to come up, the black grass and that. The agronomist wanted us just to lightly, you know, tickle over the top of them, but we had a top downer. And we were doing it at an angle, doing all the fields at an angle, and I loved using it, I do, the Topcon, but he hated it. He went up the field a couple of times and he said, oh, you can turn that off for a start off. I'll just use a lever for up and down. Yeah, I did, Gav. God, when I had that on the Cedar, that's brilliant. You just turn around, line it up, hit the button. I didn't think I'd better use the old sat nav, but once, that don't take me long to grasp things, if you know what I mean, even computers now, when I get the hang of it. But I got so I could alter the width for the machine, like put the rolls in when we went rolling, store it all in there. We had the rolls on it, we had Cedar. No way, you don't. I totally agree. You feel more refreshed. I like it, I did. But he's old school, you see. Because that's how come I took the combine job on, the old 20-foot mega. Because the old man on the farm, he was, he's in his 70s when he retired. And they got like a couple of tied cottages at the end of the farm driveway. One they rent out, and he lived next door. And he retired, and I took the combine job on. Because I'd already been at my dad's place, you see, and had 3 years on a 15-foot mega. Then I got the chance to drive a 20-foot one. They say if you come back you can drive a harvester, but because I sort of left for 3 years and went and helped me dad. But then because they wanted me back again. So I went back, because you think to yourself they might change. Do they heckers like? But like my dad said, it ain't enjoyable no more. It's not enjoyable. You're just rushing around everywhere all day long. You're just... And like you say, the more you do for them and scrap about, the more they like it. Yeah, he's... Like you say, you can work weekends when that's the busy time. But like in the winter time, you can go home on Friday tea time. What that is in there? I've got any bags. Pretty sure I put the bags in. I thought you can. Have I got it on the right setting? I'm going to fill up on the farm, I think. I don't know if I put this on the right thing, really. I put it on the link arms. I don't know if I'd have been better to have a drawbar mode. This is a 12-metre one. I thought I'd give it a go, see what it go like. I think I can drill cotton, can't it? Yeah, I'm almost certain it can. Hope so. Oh yeah, when you last farm, man. I told my life had to revolve around the farm. And when he wanted me, he got told straight. I left. Yeah, I don't blame you. I ain't done farming now for what, 3 years? But I do miss it though. I thought about opening a baling contract for this year in my part of the world, but part-time. But then yeah, mine was probably a couple of years ago. 2017, Gav, 2016. But I was going to work for this baling contract. He advertised for people, but I ain't done. I've only done little conventional bales. I ain't never used like a mini Heston. I expect you can grasp it pretty quick. Because you've got to like re-put the baler twine and that in. You've got to know what you're doing as balers. You've got a lot of adjustments I expect on a baler if you ain't careful. But my father told me he wouldn't want to do it. He used to do baling. On the farm where that chap died and his wife took it on and contracted it out, he used to do all the baling there. He used to do all the baling. He said That weren't the best jobs in the world. I wonder if it's hold fertiliser or not. Because it's got two symbols. I don't think it do. Hang on. Now. I've got it on the back symbol for the tank. I can't. Well, I know these tanks can be. That's got a another symbol, that's the thing. That's why I can't. I should probably just do it with this and. Nah, it's not going to fill up. I'm just going to... I've got to see it. They ain't going to take long to whip over it with that big bud sprayer. Hang on, that's automatically header fertilisation, isn't it? With the plough and what I done. Do old liquid fertiliser, do it? Ah, I've got ya. Yeah, thanks for that. I'll have to remember that. I'll have to put another tank up round the farmyard. Yeah, thanks Tiny, thanks Gav. I slid round there. I might have to put it on the John Deere, I reckon. I've got to remember I've got to set it to cotton. I'll tell you what I want to do this weekend if that's warm weather. I want to go to I want to take a driver into the countryside and have a nice pint of lager shandy. That's what we normally do in the summertime. There's a lot of beans in that down my way as well, Gav, a lot of beans. 2 or 3 fields of peas. We're in. I don't know if they're going to be hard peas. For animal feed or something. They must be, I should have... I don't know, hang on a minute. When do they normally do on bird's eye? Don't know, June time, don't they? They keep looking. There's some people there the other day in the field looking. The lady was looking at them in a 4x4. I reckon that they probably are going to do them, bird's eye. I thought bird's eye packed up in this area, but they were doing some the other year. Down our way. Hi Sam. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Right, I've got a member. Cotton. Corn. Sunflowers. Sugar beet. Cotton. I was beginning to wonder if I didn't do cotton for her. Yep, I'm good, thanks, Sam. I don't think that'd be very good if I put the mark right. Yeah, it's a bit more pressure our way. That got quite warm around lunchtime. That was a bit cloudy first thing. I think I might have done the wrong thing buying this seeder. I don't know, I don't expect that will take too long to do the fields. I don't like using too big of stuff because it look a bit overkill sometimes. I might just go around like this in that corner. The rabbits only get it anyway. Dig Mortal, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. I ain't seen you for a while, buddy. Lovely to see you. But I was going to help a farmer. Was it last year or the year before? I think that was a couple, 2 or 3 years ago, but I'd already arranged to go to another farm, so I didn't want to let them down. But then when I asked could I go, I think last year or the year before, he said his son was old enough to drive the tractors now. He just turned old enough, so... But they always said, because I worked on the farm next door, they didn't really like these farmers much, and they said if you want to come and help us, you can. But, I suppose that's fair enough if you've got a family member. He got to university, you see, and he come home this time of year till September. Oh. But there's no thingy with them, there's no loyalty, some of them, because the old man I was telling you about on the grain cart, he worked on a farm where he done root crops, and he still worked there. He worked there after retirement, Gav. He still kept going there to work full time, and then they got slack of work, or he had to have an operation or something. And he kept saying to him, you'll be doing onions. That was last year. That's about this time of year. He said you'll be getting the onions out. You're going to need like bums on seats. And they said, yeah, we'll see, they said. And that went on for several weeks and he didn't hear nothing. And he'd worked there for years, he did. And they sent him his P45 in the post. I said, the buggers. All the work what you done there. I think sometimes loyalty go out of the window, I think. But I reckon he worked there 30 years, something like that, before he retired. Yeah, exactly. Well, like this, on that farm where I used to work where they had the big fence, they had some show cattle. And this bloke used to come down from King's Lynn to specially do them. Like at the weekends, not on a Saturday. And he said the thing is, with them, they think they're doing you the favour, not the other way round all the while. These farmers. There might be farmers on here watching me, so I'm not saying you're all the same. But the one where I drove the big fence and the 20-foot header combine, they wouldn't ever give you a beer afterwards. But where my dad worked, where we went on that Lexington the other night, that farmer, he did. He'd crack the beers open as soon as harvest was done. He'd get a crate of beer out. And he always said please and thank you as well. That mean a lot to me if people say please and thank you. That mean they've been brought up in the right way. Respect. That's what my poor old late granddad used to say, it don't cost nothing to say please and thank you. But I get on better with older people than younger people. Because the way I look at it, without them, we probably wouldn't have been here. I think what I'll do is I'll follow that. I'll try and do it like that, I think. This tractor certainly don't like this either. Mind you, when I looked that up, it's meant to be able to... You need 270 horsepower, I think, or 240. And this is 315, is it? Hi Brandon, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. I see you're really getting into the Walker's farm, mate, map. I'm just gonna put them on hard work for a minute. thanks Danny. Cheers buddy for that. Oh, the JD. Yeah, what do you think of the John Deere DLC? I like it, but the only thing what get to me is that's called a John Deere DLC. And 6 of the items in John Deere, they are, is it McCormick? The forks and stuff. Hi Pro Gamer, how you doing buddy? Exactly Brandon, that's the only thing what annoys me about it. Yeah, no problem, mate, Danny. I try to use seed fairly as well. I noticed with that big Amazon one, that go faster. That go faster on FS19. That go 11-12 miles an hour, that do. That used to go about 9, I think, on 17. They've altered it. Exactly, yes. I'm looking forward to the weekend to see what happens. Is it FarmCon? I'm waiting to see what happened there. You can hook something on the back of these seeders, can you? Because they've got a little hitch on the back. You're on the next field over from here. I'm doing a test because when the DLC come out, I'd got the premium edition anyway, so it automatically dropped at midnight. And but I went to bed. I just downloaded it. I didn't bother with it, and I done a field on here, but it weren't. That weren't fertilised. That already fully grown. I was so desperate just to try it out to see what that's like. So I'm now going to do this one opposite here. What you can see opposite. I'm going to do that. I want to see. I got 5 bales and a bit left in the machine, and I want to see whether I get an extra bale or anything. That'd just be interesting. Because that's like when we used to do on 17, when we used to do grass, because that used to make a lot of money doing it silage bales and that. My friend was always fertilising the grass fields and growing them a couple of times, mowing them twice. But I discovered that if you just fertilise them once, let them grow, cut them, fast grow them again and cut them, you get just as much, if not more, than if you fertilised them. Sometimes that's a bit of a myth at fertilising. Oh yeah, the seasons how you're talking about. Yeah, that have got resemblances when you show it off at a night of 17. Like that money graph and stuff, that's all pretty similar. But I'm looking forward to it because the worst you can do is just have animals die or crops die off. But I had crops die off in 17 on West Coast. I done, was that 7 fields of soybeans, and 3 of them died off. And I wonder if that's because I put it in a already started game. I didn't do it from fresh map, fresh sort of download. But then I tried it again, and that was all alright. That never played up no more, so I reckon I done something wrong, obviously. Yeah, because I normally do 3 days seasons, a 3 day, and I normally run at +5 on the timer. But I think a lot of people do 9 days. I couldn't do that many days. Oh yeah, it's complicated. Well, that'll be interesting, like Gav was saying earlier. I agree with what he was saying, that'll be interesting. Well, you were saying that earlier on in the stream, weren't you, Gav, about a lot of people only want to play Farm Sim when it's got seasons on it. So we'll see. There'll probably be a fair few people who don't like it, to be honest. Who used to play on 17, they probably might not like it at all. Because you know what people are like, they don't like change. But obviously it had to change for 19. Because of the gaming engine and stuff. How much seed do you reckon he'll finish this field? He might. I'm gonna go and blow that other field up, I think. Mind you, I don't need to plough and cultivate it. It's been ploughed. Can't see the gate. Yeah, I reckon maybe it'll probably be best to have your own little system going. I reckon you'll have to write down what you put on the fields. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Have a little book, and that might seem a bit silly, but write down, have a planner, like you would do in reality farming. You'd work out what, you know, you ask some of these farmers, they can probably go back 5-10 years what they had on a particular field. Because you've got it all written down. It's all written down, so I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm going to have to go through the hedge here, I reckon, because I can't get through the gateway. That's like I re-put grass, I did have this as a field. That's weird. Any plans to do Lone Oak when it's for... No, I don't think I'll do Lone Oak. I don't do Lone Oak, I don't think, Danny. That's too big for single player. That's just my personal opinion, that's a bit big for... I'll tell you one thing about Lone Oak. That'd be a good map to do cotton on. Them big fields. I sold three of the cotton bales. I done it on the different levels. I sold 3 at the spinnery, and I got nearly 150,000 for 3 of them round bales on easy mode. They're 40 some odd thousand each. You're welcome back, Jason. Yeah, that is. So I agree with you, Danny. Yeah, it's a job to one person. You've got a lot of work for one person. I just used to mainly do the fields what they give you. That's what I done. I used to just do them ones. But of course, them bigger maps are a bit more... That's what I like about the Alien Gymno map. You get a lot of money for a contract. You do. I done a fertilising contract. Admittedly, it took me about half an hour, I think. I got 45 grand. On easy. So you can get some good money on that. Because I remember when Goldcrest first come out. When the Goldcrest map first come out. On that big field for sugar beet. Was it field 5? I was getting about 150,000. Mind you, it did take me 2.5 hours. Something like that. I'd rather do maps like this one though for myself, personally. Because you've still got some decent sized fields. And I tend to get bored very quick if I do the big fields. So I'd rather do something what I'm more happier doing. Yeah, this map is Petervill. Did you mean this map, Jason? Oh, if you got a challenge, Danny, go for it. Like I say, I put quite a few hours on Lone Oak on my own in 17, but I like a lot of grass fields and that as well on maps. Yeah, if you like this one, the roads isn't so tight. Meadow Grove is another nice map as well. Nathan's done a fantastic job on Meadow Grove. They're both, but this one's got to have a big update. This one. Yeah, this one's got a big update. Gav will tell you that compared to Meadow Grove. I have trouble when I harvest some of the fields. But have anybody tried any of the forage harvesters out? Because when you put them on hired work, they used to just jump forwards and backwards and hardly moved. They said that was meant to have been fixed in that, what was it, 1.4.1? I might buy that field of corn tomorrow beside me here. Try one out, see what happens. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but you could soon get your money back though, Brandon. Because like I say, if you play it easy mode, you're making 40 some odd thousand a bale. So you think you sold 6 bales, that's 300,000. To do cotton, actually, Oakfield would be a good map. Thinking about it, Oakfield would be a good map to do cotton on. The only complaint I have with the cotton harvesters is they take like a big turning circle to turn round on the headlands. But I definitely like the John Deere one better in the case, the cotton harvester. The main reason is the John Deere keep going. That's continuously making the cotton bales and pumping the cotton bales out the back. Yeah, I reckon that might win the mod contest. I think. Yeah, it's definitely faster, Brandon, and that definitely... That'll either be that one or that one what you play, Gav, that one what begin with G. That's all I'm going to say. I cannot pronounce the name of that map. I reckon that's got as good a chance as any of winning. I reckon Lancey Boys, this is Island, I reckon that'll be in the top 3 maps. Mind you, I see everybody's raving on about Oxygen David's, that Swish map. Silver News was on about that. He said he think Oxygen David's got a good chance with that Swish. I think that is. Mate, just look a weird map for him to do, to be honest. That's my only take on it. I've seen 1 or 2 people that are playing that test now, and I weren't a big fan of it, to be honest. But sometimes you think you don't like the map, and then when you get on a map and start playing that, you... yeah, because that is actually a real life scenario, isn't it? map, innit? Gav, that one. That swish map, whatever you call that. You try it on Oakville, Danny. Let me know how you get on with it. Because you think, Danny, you know when you come out of the farm, when you come out of the main farm, if you turn left, and you've got them grass fields either side of you, ain't you, mate? That field, you know, on the T-junction there, that field's straight ahead of you. You've got a tipping point at the top of that field. That's quite a big field, that is. On Oakfield. That one, you know, you turn left at the farm, and as soon as you hit the T-junction, that's the one dead opposite. Because I remember I put 2 harvesters on there, 45-foot header. It took quite a while, even with 2 of them. But is Oakfield seasons compatible? I think that's already been done in that Oakfield. That's what they said, but I don't know whether that... I like this cultivator. I think that's called the Joker. Isn't that what's happened this one? Oh, it's in with Giants, Gav, is that? Yeah, because the seasons was a bit weird, really. The way they were talking on that... Is it realism modding they called it? That seemed like it might be a few months away still. And then... all of a sudden, those seasons is coming out. I wonder what that'll play like on console, because... what I remember of it in 17, that came out the console first, didn't it? Because I remember for my PC friends, American friends, they said, "Oh, you got it on console first. That's not right." And but 1 or 2 of them play PC and console, and they reckon that played better on console than it did PC. But I don't know how true it is, because obviously I only ever play on console. They said it was more smoother and everything. Yeah, the patch, oh yeah, when the 1.4 arrived. That is good to see seasons. Because when 19 first came out, they said they didn't know if that'd be possible, didn't they? Because they made quite a few changes to the game and that, textures and... That's PC, was it, Bro Gamer? I thought that came out pretty... they came out pretty nearly the same time, console and... I don't think we had to wait long. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's the thing, we don't really realise how much work go into it. A lot of work go into it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 'cause I don't know how many more. I don't know how many more will come to console. The FS series. Because I heard rumours that weren't coming to 21 on console, but then I was speaking to someone the other day and they said it is. So. But obviously, if I do it, it'll be PlayStation 5. Because I think that's coming out, and that's. I think that's coming out in 2020, is it, the PS5? Yeah, but I think a lot of people are going over to PC, Gav. A lot of people. There's a few people going over. But I do agree it is their biggest market console. Well, you only got to look at them downloads. What Nathan got on Meadow Grow of over 100,000, wasn't it? The console. Was it 40 something, 50,000 for PC? But the thing is that had already been out on PC. But I remember speaking to Nathan about it, and he said that he liked this version better. This one. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, Nathan was telling me about it. He was telling me about the other night in that late stream what he done. I think he was in that. He's putting a lot more fields in, I think. He's altering, is it the cattle areas and stuff? He's gonna... He's gonna do quite a lot to it by the sounds of it. So obviously all the buildings what are on the map, what the map makers put in, obviously they're all what you call, is it snow masked, so the snow don't seep through. But what about these buildings what the modders and that are made? I suppose there could still be issues with them. Yeah, there's going to be big issues, won't there, with them? Yeah, West Coast, that is a good. The West Coast, that will never see light of day, will it, on 19? That's a shame. I'll be honest, I'd rather see West Coast come over than Lone Oak. I I would have done. Yeah, but I think we're going to like it. Yeah, Shamrock is coming over as well. Yeah, we couldn't have that apparently, could we? Because that had, he had a lot of static John Deere on it, I think, didn't he? That's what they said, that's why we couldn't have it for console, I don't know. You get so many rumours and stuff. But obviously John Deere ain't going to matter now, is that? Because we've got it in game. That's why I think Class will come over to the game, because they always said John Deere wouldn't come, didn't they? I hope John Deere bring more stuff in now, because they've got forage harvesters. They do all different stuff, don't they, as well as combines and tractors. The only thing we keep getting is them logging ones. Did we get another one yesterday? Them big old logging machine, John Deere. Oh yeah, he's good, he is, that Peter. He made them, did he make them little Massey Ferguson tractors? I used to use them on, we had a map come out called Sutton Farm. Little old tiny farm. Ah, I can't remember what it's called. What it's called, Sutton Old Farm? Yeah, that's the one, Brandon. There's another one come out, was that, yesterday? On the mod hub? A tractor and a map coming for. I don't think we'll see anything else for 17. Ah, that's a shame. He done some good mods. He even brought them on the console. He got them on the bottom. Remember the Masseys with no cabs, 2-wheel drive Masseys, 4-wheel drive, windows open, doors opened. They're awesome. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, wasn't it? Danny, but he brought some out, didn't he? I liked them. You could put front end loaders on them, and I'll put soybeans on there. But to say, but I wonder that Cedar's getting on. Oh, he's empty. Ah, that's what I thought. They probably aren't getting that on console no more, will we? Yeah, because Giants will be too busy making a mess up with the 19 stuff, won't they? Yeah, it's a good map for this. I did try it, to bring out, but I didn't like the lighting on it very much. It seemed a bit dark, whereas Challington and Drummond, that was lighter. I might have another look at it though. I know GD used to play that map a lot. Because I remember him playing it, was saying about it the other day. That's all he ever played, I think. This telehandler don't sound very healthy. Best map and oh god. My best map, I reckon Cobra Park Farm was one of my favourites. Until Cobra Park, I think, until West Coast come out. Because I think Cobra's out a long while before West Coast. West Coast was one of the more later maps, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. But I remember when I think the only map we had was that the only map we had was Goldcrest Valley, wasn't it? To start off with. Yes, seed. That's good, I can take up that drill. Goldcrest Valley. I remember when that came out. It came out on a Tuesday. Because I remember Charlie had a day off school. I think. So he could play Farm Sim. I had a day off work and he had a day off school. That was that was nice, Goldcrest Valley. I like that. Was it Mary's Field or something that's called? That one up there where you could buy and sell your animals. That was at the side of her field, what I remember of it. That's called Mary's Farm, was it Mary's Field? Yeah, Sussex Farm. That's coming over and that. Sussex Farm. Yeah, I like that big one. That big map was good. Because you can... Like I say, I like it because... the contracts on it are good. You get good payout on the contracts on his. Okay, and Gab, thanks for stopping by for so long, buddy. Appreciate it. You ain't gonna be long myself before I get to bed. Because I didn't get no sleep at all last night. Yeah, thanks for popping by, Gab. I'll look out for you over the weekend, mate. Yeah, check him out, guys, Gav. 880. He's, he do seasons, the new seasons for FS19. Yeah, good night there, pro gamer. Take care, mate. Good to see ya. What's this say they're doing? Yeah, that was a tight little map. Ballycrag. Oh, that was. I didn't like that Huda Rancho. That buggered me and my son Charlie boy. His consoles up. We had to reset them and that. We lost a lot of our maps. That caused issues, if you remember. Yeah, I didn't use a fertiliser, Brandon, because I didn't realise you had to put liquid in this one. But I can soon, I've got the big bud sprayer, I can soon whip over it. And then I'll get another liquid tank and put down the farm. I didn't realise the other one you can put granulated in the 18 metres one. No, I don't know. I don't think you can you, in that one? I think I only just have seed in it. That's what I always used to. Oh, your law folds, yeah. Yeah, that's probably one of my favourites when I was always playing law folds. I've still got that downloaded on 17. But anyway, all you lovely people, I'm now gonna... I think it's about 12 o'clock here. Midnight my time. So I'm now gonna jump off and get to bed. And I'll catch you all in the next one, guys. Lovely to see you, Brandon, Danny, and everybody else in the stream. Really appreciate it. If you like what you see and you're new to the channel, appreciate it if you're subscribed. And give it a like. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully I should be doing a stream or two over the weekend. So if you look out for a notification. I'll catch you all later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend there. Bye for now.